Hello, podcast people. Let's talk tea while we color. I'm Rivers.
And I'm Chantel.
And today we're going to talk about Gypsy Rose and Dee Dee Blanchard. You heard of them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just give a rundown for the people that don't know. Gypsy Rose was basically lied to from her mother, by her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, about her health. Her mama lied to everyone. Everyone. The doctors, her own father was lied to when he was still in her life. So then, she ended up killing her. Well, she didn't kill her, she planned to kill her.
Girl.
Yeah.
You know what that sounds like?
What?
ACEs.
What is ACEs?
Adverse childhood experiences, girl.
Girl, yeah. Yeah, because the girl had to be stressed out.
Yeah, she was.
She went through it mentally, physically. She even got procedures on her eyes.
Her eyes?
Her salivary glands were removed.
Oh, no.
Yes.
And her mother did all of this to her?
All of it to her.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, real stressed out.
Yeah. There's 3 types of stresses.
What kind?
Stress, toxic, intolerable stresses.
Ah.
But you know what, girl?
That sound real toxic.
Yeah,
that
know
had
what,
to be.
We just go give them the rundown on everything, and then we go, as we're going on, we can tell them about all the stresses.
Okay. So, basically, as I'm thinking, her childhood had to be toxic stress.
Very toxic.
I mean, over time, toxic stress has to be, over time, it's real, what's the word I'm looking for? It's, it's harsh,
Yeah.
So, and over a long period of time, that has to be toxic.
Very toxic. And then, not even just that, as she gets older, she's going to remember those things, and, she might be guilty.
Yeah.
And then, say she has a child or something, which she does.
Oh.
But we'll get to that, girl. We'll get to that. But, since a lot of things have happened to her, especially during her early years of life, it's really going to go with her as she grow up.
Yeah.
Because she's going to feel guilty about some things, but also she's going to be like, I'm so happy that I'm out of that situation.
Yeah. So all that happens, and then as she gets older, she, meets this guy at some kind of science convention, I think. Yeah. And then she tries to run away with him, but her mom finds out, gets her back, and her mom ties her up.
She
tied her up to the bed. She, denied her food. Yeah. So, more physical things on top of the mental of, I'm sure her mother manipulated her to get her back and all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was going through it.
Real bad. But I don't know, that's a lot. And then she meets, because of that, I guess she realizes that everything, her whole life has basically been a lie.
Yeah.
And so she goes and she meets this guy. His name was Nicholas John.
Oh.
Yeah. And he's the one that stabbed her mom.
He did what now?
He stabbed her mother.
Oh.
They planned it together. But as he was killing her, she was hiding in the bathroom, covering her ears. So, she did do that, and that's horrible that she planned it. But at the same time, you can see how it still affects her, you said.
Girl, let me tell you something that I learned about Gypsy. So, Gypsy, she did go to prison. She was supposed to go for 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
But, girl, she got a plea deal because they found medical documents of her getting an abuse from her mother. But Gypsy did admit to having a second-degree murder for murdering her mother.
Right.
Ever since she got the plea deal, she was sentenced to 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
But she got released early. She only served 80% of her time in prison.
Oh.
Yeah, so girl,
They took into account those ACEs.
Yeah. So, she got out. And she was on the Dr. Phil show, right?
Oh.
Yeah. And he was like, are you happy that your mother is dead? She was like, no, I'm not happy that she's dead, but I am happy that I am out of that situation.
Right. And I can see that.
Because that,
that's traumatic.
She went through a lot. And I just honestly feel bad. The situation could have been different. Maybe her mother really just wanted attention,
Yeah, okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because her mother actually suffered from Munchausen syndrome.
What is that?
So basically, it's when people are like over the top hypochondriac and they put things upon themselves or others for attention. So she was using Gypsy to get money, like, you know, like, oh, please help us with her leukemia, you know.
Because Gypsy did believe that she had leukemia.
Yeah, exactly.
She knew that she can walk and eat and talk. She knew that she could do all that. But mostly all her life, she believed that she had leukemia because of her mother.
Yep. So her mom just used that just to get attention. Yeah, exactly. Just adds on to it.
So
and
basically, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So basically, her mother was living her life through Gypsy.
Yeah. Using Gypsy to live a life.
Yeah, which caused Gypsy to go through a lot of things, like especially stresses, like those toxic stresses, like going through abuse, not even just physically, but mentally. How her mother would probably talk to her. Yeah, just crazy.
And I'm sure now she has trust issues. She don't believe people. I'm sure it's just gonna follow her through life, and that's just how it's gonna be.
Yeah. And you wanna know what's crazy?
What?
So Gypsy got released on December 28th, 2023, right? But you know, she did have a boyfriend. His name was Ken. I'm not really sure what his last name was, and then she did get pregnant by him. But you wanna know what's crazy? Gypsy gave birth to her daughter a year later after she got out of prison. So her daughter was born December 28th, 2024. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
like, that's just
exactly. And I'm glad you brought up her boyfriend and her baby daddy, because she had a couple, and that's probably a result from all them aces she went through.
Oh yeah, girl, that's because she wanted to feel comfort.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what her mother wouldn't give her.
Yep. It's too much.
Very much.
But now she's probably experiencing, and I'm sure once she got out of prison, she's experiencing positive stresses now.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know, coming into a new world, you know, it's a bit short-lived.
Yeah, very short-lived.
It could even be tolerable, depending on how extreme it was for her to come into the real world now.
You know what I think is tolerable? Like how she put her life on the internet to like let people know what's going on, but people like saying certain things to her. Like she's just going through it. Like she's not going through it, but she's like, well, it's nothing to be dealt with.
Yeah.
But she's feeling it. Like what people are
it's
telling
constantly
her.
being there, constantly being told
like,
negative things.
She just tolerating it. Like it's just crazy. But you know, she's living a healthy, lavishing life in Louisiana with her husband. Well, they're not husband and wife. I don't know. But they might be groomed. They might. And her daughter. And she just talking about her life and what she's went through. And
well, I hope she can heal. And that those aces didn't affect her too bad.
And I think she reconnected with her father. So that's a positive step.
Yes,
like,
that is.
It's really good. And just seeing the world that she didn't get to see when she was younger because she was being held to like
held captive.
Yeah.
Held captive.
And going through those things. And she stated that when she gave birth that she did give birth to her mother's grandchild, which is her daughter. And she did say that she wished that her mother was there to see her grandchild, but like everything just happens for a reason, you know.
Yeah, she'd like to see her be there for her grandchild in the way that she should be, not the way that her childhood truly was.
And you know what? Hopefully, maybe Gypsy can get rid of those generational curses, like what she went through. She can help her child have a better life than what she went through from everything that she has been through, you know?
Yeah, that they can all move forward.
Yeah.
Well, guys, that was Gypsy Rose and her aces and her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Peace, y'all.
Thank you for watching.